Something that we haven't talked about yet is how to deal with error pages, right? So first of all, let's see what happens if we do a search for the word, I don't know, stuff, okay? And let's see what the website comes up with and how it styles the resulting page. Okay, so it came up with a nothing found. And if you were to double check, and it looks good, right? It looks the way we were hoping probably that it would look. But if we come up here and we look at the body, the class, it still comes up as a search page, right? So it still has that search class, so that's why it's still loading the style. However, if we do something like go up here and type, I don't know, like the word dunno, like I don't know, okay? And we type something like that, it's going to try to find some kind of page that references that short, that slug, the DUNNO slug. And you'll see that it can't find the page, but this page is really not a very appealing page visually, and it also doesn't load our sidebar, and it just makes me feel like I'm lost, and it sends me into a corner that I can't get out of very easily. First of all, I want this to be styled the same way as that sort of that yellow feature. So if I right click this and I do an inspect on it, you'll see right off the bat that it does have a page title, right? It's inside of a page header. So, you know, so far so good, right? But if we come up here and we look at the body class, the body class is error 404. Well, whenever we created that other style that would style this yellow as a background, it used a descendant of archive and search, but not error 404. So if we were to, for instance, let's go back over here and let's look at the way, let's do a refresh on this page because this should be fixed up by now. And there we go, it loaded. So if we were to inspect this, for instance, and we clicked on page header, or we clicked on page title, I should say, it pops up with this rule that's on line 952. If I click on 952, you can see it's the rule that gives it that orange background and padding and stuff like that. So the easiest way of doing this is to go to 952 in Dreamweaver. Let's do this really quickly. So let's find, let's go, just jump down really fast to 952. Okay, and let's add at the end of this, let's copy this and put a comma, and we'll put dot error 404 because that was the class that gets appended to the body, and then we'll paste this here. That's too many spaces. All right, so that the H1 page title, it's in the error 404 page, gets treated the same way. Let's save that. Let's go ahead and upload this. Okay, and it's waiting for the server. For some reason, the server's a little slow right now. Okay, and it finally finished uploading. So if I come back over here to this page not found, then I should be able to refresh this. I'll do a hard refresh. Okay, and so that did fix that problem right there. Now there's some other things I don't like about this page. One of them is that I don't like that there's no sidebar. It makes me feel lost that I can't get other widgets over here. The other thing is that I don't like this proximity. There's some things here that, you know, we could make a, I don't know, we could do some other stuff to get rid of this weird spacing and stuff. So let's take a look real quick in Dreamweaver. I want to show you there's a 404 page, and of course you can grab it from your files. It's right here. It's the error page, but it's called 404.php. And this is the page that you can look at to get an idea of what's going on. So one of the things you'll notice down here is that normally in your other pages, like archive and search, and you can open them to check if you want, you also have something else that you're missing right here, and I don't know why they don't just put it there by default, but I'm going to paste it and I'm going to put get sidebar. Okay, and that's what's missing, and I think it's weird that there's no sidebar just on that one page. Doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm going to change that so it'll load the sidebar. And the other thing that I want to do is I want to sort of look at this page a little bit more closely. Right here is where it's saying, hey, you know, looks like you can't find what you're looking for. Maybe try one of the links below. This is where you could put some kind of cheeky little comment if you wanted that's, I don't know, more interesting, I guess. You can style your 404 page however you want. Some people will put like an SVG with a sad face or something, but whatever. And then under get search form, you know, this is the place where there's really weird spacing. And so what I might like to do after get search form is I might actually like to go and put a horizontal rule and just see what that looks like so that we can see the difference. In fact, you might even put like a break tag. You could just use spacing if you want in your styling, but this might actually do the trick and it's really simple. And so let's go ahead and we're going to save this file. Let's go ahead and put it up on the server. Okay, it finished uploading. All right, and then I can come back over here. Let's do a refresh. Okay, and then the page reloaded, and this looks a lot better, I think. So it gives us a search, and then it gives us the space with the horizontal rule, and then we get all this other stuff that's trying to help us find. And I think one of the reasons that they, you know, a lot of times don't put this sidebar over here is because a lot of people just have things like recent posts, archive lists and things like that over here, and they don't want it to be duplicative content. So depending on what you're going to have in that sidebar, you know, you may choose to go into that error page down here and just remove some of the stuff that's unnecessary. You know, anything that might duplicate itself. Obviously, we're using the monster widget over here, so a lot of this stuff is going to go away. But anyway, that gives you an idea of how you can address the error 404 page, and you can do something kind of fun with it if you want. So anyway, I'm going to end this here, and then we're going to talk about some other stuff like creating some custom styles over here for your sidebar if you want this to look a little bit different.